figured it, well, it's Sunday, I figured might be a good idea to do an update on everything. Well, so, right, so I'm still trying to get this other backup computer sorted out, right? And it's still there, where it is when I started dismantling it, and I haven't got around to it. And to explain that, to cut a long story short, my daughter bought a boat on the canal, and her and her boyfriend are changing their lifestyle. They decided they'd had enough of the high rents and struggle to make ends meet, um, living in rented accommodation because they're kind of stuck really. So she bought a boat, a river boat, which because they plan to live on the boat, and her ultimate dream is to get a narrowboat, which is actually I 3D printed a small narrowboat a few weeks back, a couple of weeks ago. What was it? 3 weeks ago. Anyway, so well, there's a little narrowboat on the top of my oscilloscope over there. I don't know if you can see it. It's um, yeah, that little thing over there, right? So anyway, oh come on, switch back again, will you? So I'm having to watch and educate myself on all this stuff on YouTube because I'm trying to help her sort things out. So anyway, she got this river cruiser, and the problem with the river cruiser was the engine needs some work doing on it, and some of the engine bolts have rusted through and they've all gone crusty and that. But the riverboat was a stepping stone for to eventually get a narrowboat, right? Anyway, she's talking to this guy who's recently bought a narrowboat, and it turns out that he's got a new job and he needs to travel around the countryside into areas where you can't take a narrowboat. So he's decided he really wants a river cruiser, and my daughter's got a river cruiser and she wants a narrowboat, so they're going to do a swap, right? So but she's got to check out this narrowboat to make sure it's not going to sink or it hasn't got any major problems with it and all that stuff. So anyway, she's looking at getting this narrowboat, right? So we were looking at all the options because the problem is she's 300 miles away. I mean, down in Kennet and Avon. I mean, I'm up in North Yorkshire, right? So that's a long way, and it's not like I can just nip on the train, go down for a day and come back. I mean, I can't afford it, you know. It's just everyone's struggling with paying their bills, the gas bills, electric bills, and government's withdrawing supplementary support to help people who are on low incomes to pay their bills. So we're kind of in a bit of a hole right now. I mean, my hobby, my research, all my YouTube videos, everything that I'm doing on YouTube is kind of grinding to a halt because I haven't got the money. You know, I'm trying to. So when summer comes, when the warmer weather comes, I'll be able to reevaluate the situation. And I want to get this wire that I told you about in the previous video to make this bifilar coil set up to do some more research into free energy. And it's weird because the last few weeks, while I haven't been live, I've had all these ideas flooding into my head, you know, like a ton of new ideas and new designs and inventions and all that stuff coming at me, and it's like a flood of stuff coming at me, right? But I just can't afford to start working on any of that stuff yet because it's all money, it's all cost, you know what I mean? Materials, buying 3D filament, whereas at the moment I've got quite a bit of filament, but I'm trying to save it because I want to decide what I want to do, right? So I had this idea with a coil that I can use on all my generator projects, that is still in my head, right? I just haven't put it onto a 3D model yet. And then I saw this other video to do with the bifilar coil and that, and generating an RF based generator system, and that's also still in my head. And I'm thinking about all this stuff, and it's just, yeah, it's a bit overwhelming. And then another idea popped into my head yesterday, to do with a magnet motor. Another idea to do with a magnet motor, because I saw another video on YouTube, and it kind of made me think, oh, right, that might work actually, sort of thing. And but then I'm thinking, yeah, it might work, but on the other hand, it might cost me a fortune to build it, and then that might be just another dead end, because I've had so many dead ends really. So and I'm just, yeah, I'm just stuck at the moment, right? So anyway, and I'm trying to help my daughter out, right? So I've got all that on my plate right now. So initially, my daughter had this problem with the engine, with the bolts snapping one by one on this engine that she's got on her river cruisers. So it looks like she's not going to have to deal with all that, because if the other guy does a swap, he's going to sort that out, and she's going to end up with a narrowboat. So I'm having to watch all these flipping YouTube videos about narrowboats, right? It's not my thing, but I just feel like my course, I've been in a straight line on my research, and all of a sudden I'm branched up into the two different directions, right? I've got all this other stuff to think about, and trying to solve problems for my daughter, and trying to help her sort things out, and I just don't know where I'm at. My head feels like it's going round and round and round right now. Oh dear me. But anyway, I've still got to get that flipping computer finished, and I still haven't got it sorted out. Yeah, so I just wanted to give you an update and explain why you're not seeing many YouTube videos. And obviously the other problem is my internet has been really crap lately. I made a call to another internet provider called 4G or something. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember the company name, but they're down in London, and they made all these promises about providing really good service. But I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. And I said, well, who do you ride on? I mean, I said to him on the phone, I said, look, every internet provider that I've come across is riding on the back of somebody else, another big corporate entity. I said, who do you ride on the back of? And he said, oh, EE or Vodafone. I thought, here we go again. Yeah. I said to him, I'm not being funny, but can you guarantee that your 4G service is any better than the 4G service that I'm using with my router? And he said, well, we can't make any promises about 4G. And I thought, yeah, that figures. So it looks like I'm going to be stuck for a while with 3 internet, with 3, which is what it's called. So I can't, there's no, and they said they charge $29.95 a month, right? And I'm currently paying $24.99 a month, and I'm thinking, I'm going to be worse off. I'm going to end up paying more money, and I'm still going to have really bad internet during the daytime. So if this live stream is really crap, I'm sorry, but you know why. It's because my internet has just been absolutely terrible lately, which is why most of the live streams I'm doing are during the day. I mean, during the night time, late at night. So I am, just in no man's land right now with where I'm at, because now I want to be able to go down there and help my daughter sort a boat out. I've been working out all this stuff to do with her engine and all that, how she can find someone to fix the engine. Now that's just completely off the table, because if she's going to swap and get another boat, then there's going to be a whole bunch of other problems that we don't even know about yet. Is the boat got a leak? Does it have any issues? And she did say there was an issue that the guy told her about where it kept slipping into gear, and I thought, well, that's not good. You don't want an engine that keeps slipping into gear. It's okay if it slips out of gear when you're not wanting it to, but when it's slipping into gear, that's a gearbox problem. So that's another engine problem. So no doubt I'm going to be doing research into that next to sort things out for my daughter. So yeah, I just got so much going on. I just can't get my head straight right now. So maybe you understand what I'm going through. I'm trying to sort problems out for my daughter and her boyfriend, and I don't want them to get into a mishap or some serious incident. I also had to explain to her about inertia. Well, because a boat that size, and our boat, it takes a while to get moving, and once it gets moving, it takes a long time to stop. It's like a blooming truck, you know. If you know anything about big trucks, when you brake, they take a while to stop because of the amount of mass, the weight. And today I was trying to explain to my daughter about this. I said, you know, when you be careful, because those things, you might think you're not moving, but once you get moving, you're going to have you need them a lot more time to stop. So you often have to reverse the engine about 2/3 or maybe halfway to slow it down because of the inertia. There's so much mass on them things. And so I find myself talking about a lot of technical stuff, which is not really something I want to be talking about. That's not providing any useful information to anybody on the channel, so that's why I've not been doing any videos. So anyway, I'll try and get back to that as soon as possible, but yeah, I just thought I needed to do an update. So anyway, when I get something to do and I finally get around to it, I know I'm rambling a bit, I'm all over the place. When I finally get my head sorted out and decide what I'm going to build, then I'll build it and we'll make some more videos. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you later. I'm going to go back to watching stuff about, yeah, I've got that up at the moment, and the life on an hour boat, and they broke the toilet apparently. That is not nice. Oh, yeah. Oh dear mate. See you later.